Hi everyone, so I am back to you today with another book tag. This one is called the Book Lovers Tag. Do you remember how you developed your love of reading? I actually don't remember how I developed my love of reading. I do remember the first book that I've ever read, and that is because I have it on video of me sounding out the words and trying to learn how to read. The book was called Shoveling Snow. It literally had like maximum 5 words to a page. And I guess from there, my just love of reading just sparked. And I just remember having people telling me that they've never met someone that loved to read as much as I do. So I don't know where it comes from. I just know I have this love of reading. Where do you usually read? A couple places that I usually read. I like to read out on my couch in my living room. And now that it's getting chilly, I'll put on my fire, or I'll put the fireplace on, and it'll just be nice and snuggly and cozy, and have a cup of hot chocolate or tea or something like that. I always read when I'm on the bus. Even though I have a car, I like to take a bus to school just because it's cheaper and I don't have to worry about a parking spot. So I always read when I'm on the bus. Do you prefer to read one book or several books at a time? So I realized when I was going through footage that I didn't really answer that question very well. So I'm going to give you a better answer. Basically, I used to read a bunch of books all at one time. And then I started BookTube and setting out these TBRs each month, which I've never done before. And since I started that, I have been very good with reading one book at a time, although I still have a giant list of books to be read that I've started, and I will eventually get to them, but I really have to be in the mood to read some of these books, and some of these books are really dragged out, so that's my answer. Now back to better quality me. What is your favorite genre? I don't really know if I have a favorite genre per se. I guess if I had to choose a favorite genre, I would probably say like fantasy dystopian. What genre will you not read? There isn't really a genre that I won't read. As for right now, I don't read erotica. It's not because I don't like it, it's because I've never read anything by it. I just don't feel a need to go and read it. Do you have a favorite book? I don't have a favorite book. I have a list of favorite books. And I'm not going to give you that list right now because that would make the video too long. But if you do want me to make a video about my favorite books, leave a comment down below to let me know. And I will make a video if you want it. Is a book that you hate. Now, I've spoken about this book multiple times about my not necessarily disgust, but my hatred of this book, and that is Why We Broke Up by Daniel Handler. The reason I didn't like this book is because I didn't like the character of her boyfriend. I don't even remember what his name is, and honestly, I don't really care. I just know he was a giant douchebag, and she went out with him anyway, and now she's saying, oh, this is why you broke up, this is why you broke up. Like, if this is why you broke up, then why were you with him to begin with? I'm sorry, I read it to see if the book would get any better, so I finished it, but I did not like it at all. What is the biggest book you've ever read? I think the biggest Harry Potter book is Order of the Phoenix. I can't quite remember which one is the biggest, but I've read the entire series. So one of those books is definitely really long, and that would be the book that I have read. What is the last book you bought? I'm actually going to leave this question for last because this month I've only bought 3 books and I bought them all at the one time. So instead of doing a separate video about my October book haul, I'll just push this question to the end and then I'll show you the books. Borrowing books from the library or buying books? Personally, I prefer to buy the book because that way I can have it on my bookshelf, and if I absolutely love it, I can read it again. and it just makes my bookshelf look pretty. But there's nothing wrong with going to the library. I really do like going to the library, because if I'm uncertain about a book, if I don't think I'm gonna like it, then I can go out and borrow it from the library, and if I like it, then I can buy the series or whatnot. But at least I will not have to spend money if I didn't like it. Last question before my book haul is, what are you reading right now? And the book that I'm reading right now is The Book Thief. And now it is time for my October book haul. So I went to the secondhand bookstore here called Afterwards, and just to look around. I didn't really have any intention of buying anything, but of course I bought 3 books, and they're the only books that I'm going to be buying before Christmas, because I gave a huge list of books for my mom to give me for Christmas. So I will have too many books after Christmas to read, that anything else that I don't get for Christmas will have to wait. First book that I bought is Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick. I heard some good things about this book. I don't really know a lot about it, but it was there, and the original price was $4.99. And when I looked inside, the price they were selling it for was $2. So I can't really pass up a book for $2, especially a book that I am interested in reading, but I didn't know if I was going to like it, so at least this way I didn't spend a whole lot of money. And if I do like the book, then I can go off and get the rest of the series. So here we are again using my computer's webcam, because my camera card got filled up. I need to go out and get a bigger one, clearly. But I will continue on with the book haul. The second book I got, I borrowed from the library, but I never got the chance to read it. That is The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. I have heard amazing things about this series and about this author. I was so glad when I saw it at the bookstore. I immediately grabbed it, and I was like, nobody else is getting this book. This book is now mine. I need it, and especially for the fact that it cost me $5. $5 for this monster of a book. I am so excited to read this book, but I don't know when I'm going to get the chance to read it. Probably sometime after school is over, when I do lots and lots of reading. The book that I bought is a book that I know pretty much nothing about. I know that they made a movie about it. I've never seen the movie. I don't really know anything else about it, and that is The Invention of Hugo Cabret. Like I said, I don't know anything about this book, but I do know it has lots of pretty pictures, and I like pictures. They help tell a story, and I'm excited to read this book as well, but I don't know when I will be reading this book. So that is my October book haul and my book lover tag. You should expect my October wrap-up and November TBR video in the next couple of days. And once I start my NaNoWriMo story, once I start my NaNoWriMo novel, I will probably be updating as much as I can, but I won't be able to update every day, because I have school assignments this month, and I have work, and then trying to read my TBR and write 50,000 words. November is just going to be a crazy month. So I may only get a couple videos in next month, and for that, I'm sorry. But I will make it up to you in December. Bye!